Hi there, I would like to clarify some statements that you made about libertarianism.
I previously stated that without a minimum wage an employer could just offer the worker 2 meals a day and a pile of hay, and that the worker would have no option but to take it, unless there is a government-enforced minimum wage law.
Switzerland has no minimum wage law, and this doesn't happen. They have never had it.
Switzerland is a rich country.
Are you claiming that if we go to a poor country all we need to do is give them a minimum wage law, and then by the stroke of a pen you think the wealth will flow? If your theory holds true, we should just raise the minimum wage to $100 per hour, and let the wealth flow. Heck, why not $1,000 per hour?
What if the employer is a sadist that just enjoys abusing his workers?
Again, there is no such problems in Switzerland where they have no minimum wage. Also, Hong Kong didn't have a minimum wage until very recently. Now they have one due to the assimilation into communist China. If you had ever run a business you would know that it isn't easy to find good employees, and that employers also compete for workers.
But in poor countries poor working conditions happen and therefore you believe in slavery.
Slavery is forced labor. Check your definitions. You are using inflammatory language to appeal to emotion. You cannot raise real wages by the stroke of a pen. You cannot raise real wages by creating a law, otherwise that's all we would have to do to end poverty in the world.
I don't understand.
Minimum wage laws always cause unemployment in poor communities. Just check the data. You cannot raise the wage above the productivity of the worker because you force the employer to fire the worker.
Libertarians are okay with letting people die on the streets. What if there is no charity?
Go to countries without a welfare structure and you will see that humans take care of each other to the extent that their resources allow it. In Asia today, there is very little welfare, with a few exceptions like Japan, and yet people are not dying on the streets unless we are talking about extremely poor communities suffering from the ravages of war or communism. I find it interesting that the same people that you consider corrupted somehow would become angels when they take a government job.